Login accepted.
Hey, welcome to the Tech Capital World in Kernersville, North Carolina. Hey, Kevin, how you liking the new set today? I'm thinking it's looking kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit different to start off with. It's similar.
Little movie magic.
Similar, but we're going to change up a few things today. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're doing portfolio reviews today. So
yeah.
It's
Someone's asking in the chat, how does this work? Do they send your portfolio review, or is it just for students only?
No, there is a link. Anybody can do it. There's a link down in the description below. Go submit your portfolio there. I put it in the description, didn't I? I think I put it in the description.
Hope so.
If not, it's on Discord. Go join our Discord. That link's there, and then the link's over there. Definitely, I know I posted it there.
Sure. We tweeted it out. Follow us on Twitter too. Follow us on Twitter.
It's also on Twitter.
We've
posted it all over the place. So
yeah.
We got some cool, very interesting portfolios to look at today. It's gonna be neat.
Yeah.
And unlike Twitter, we're not going to charge $8 to do it.
That's right. We're not. There's not a fee to do it. So.
Exactly. Because we could have floated out there $20 and then been like, no, we'll just charge $8. We've done it Elon style. He seems to be upsetting everybody over on Twitter these days, doesn't he?
Well, I said he's driving engagement, if anything. So
he is. He's definitely getting
lots
people
of conversations
chatting.
about Elon Musk.
Definitely
so that's kind of funny,
isn't he? Yeah,
like my whole feed is full of Elon.
It is, isn't it? Like if you, I think even if you don't follow him, I think your feed is full of
everyone's got an opinion on Elon, man. It's kind of funny.
I think Elon is like, look, I own the place now. You're gonna listen to me. Like it's kind of like,
get real.
You're gonna have to listen to me, or you're gonna have to leave, and that's something like that. So,
So they want to see your portfolio now, Kevin. They want to see what you're going to do.
I did have one at one point. I had a video portfolio
website
at one point. Website. I just don't have it anymore because I just don't need it at the minute. So
it's called learn.coderfoundry.com if you want to see what Kevin would do.
yeah.
That's what he would do.
There you go. That's it. I'm doing the web stuff. Yeah. I've built some stuff. I just haven't built a portfolio with the stuff. I have a GitHub. You can find my stuff on GitHub. So we're going to do portfolio reviews today. Slightly new format for us. So a few things. We are going to, for the first time, score.
Yes.
The portfolios.
1 through 5. So a 5-star is going to be like the Paul Hollywood handshake. So you're going to have to do something really good to get the 5-star, we think.
Most people here don't know what that means, just so you know. Most
people don't watch it. Everyone watches British Baking. Come on, man. Like everyone watches British Baking.
I don't think so. They do.
All right. You should put the poll up. How many of you are watching British Baking?
But anyway, I should do that actually. But anyway, there's so the British Baking thing, if you don't know, there's a thing where if you do really well, the guy gives you a handshake, basically.
It's a big deal.
And it's kind of supposed to be like this big deal thing. So 5 stars is like our equivalent of that. So we have 1 through 5 is what we're going to rate them. We're not trying to hopefully we don't offend anybody by this. We're trying to give you the same feedback we've given before. So we're going to give you advice around things that we like, don't like, things that we think you could fix. And again, it's just our opinion. So just like the guys who gave Star Wars a 1 star. We don't know what we're talking about either. So, same thing.
He gave New Hope a 1 star?
I'm sure somebody did. I don't know. But, it's the same people. You have these like critically acclaimed movies that come out that are critically bombed to start off with, but then give them 5 years and people love them. So it's just somebody's opinion, and it's just our opinion. So, don't be upset if we look at yours and we don't love it. It's okay.
That's okay. It can come back around like Starship Troopers. Like when Starship Troopers came out, everyone hated it.
There you go.
And now for a reason, it's a cult classic for some reason.
I think it's great. I love Starship. It's just a weird movie, isn't it?
There's a lot of people in it, believe it or not. It's kind of funny.
There is. I just need to test this real quick.
All right. You ready to go?
Hey, I just need to test the comment thing to make sure that I've moved it correctly. There we
Yeah.
go. So I moved the comments just for this because you'll see one in a second. But yes, it makes me hungry too.
Yep.
Totally makes me hungry.
Ridge Raider doesn't know what the British bake is. He doesn't know.
It's the Great British. What's it called? The Great British Bake Off? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
British Bake Off. It's on Netflix.
Maybe
anyway. Just go.
He has to know. I thought Ridge Raider was from England or somewhere, right? I don't know where Ridge Raider's at.
No. I don't think so. Great British Baking Show on Netflix. I think it's global too. Even if you're not on Netflix in your country, it's always on something. It's actually some of those shows that translates all over the place. Okay.
Yes. All right.
So let's go, and we're going to start with our first portfolio. And this is going to be our first portfolio.
Yeah, cool. Abigail Hendrick. All right, cool.
Abigail Hendrick is our first portfolio. What's your thoughts on Above the Fold here?
First on Above the Fold, and we're talking about this, is I do like it. I think gradients are hard to do, but I think she's done it. The H and the E get a little bit lost on white, but overall, it's pretty good. She might could darken it up a little bit there. But you can still read it. It's because it has a stroke on the outside of it.
I have some new tools, by the way, too. I can actually just this H and E.
So right there,
right
yeah, that's it. And then she's got a call to action there. She's got hello, email, resume. Okay. And then she says what I do right there on the bottom. Hello.
I wonder what this does. I think it's procedurally kind of generated here. I mean, yeah,
new
look at
colors. That. Okay.
There you go. I was just thinking,
Abigail says, use it. Okay.
It's got corporate look, got the pink look, got the rainbow look. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. It's interesting.
Nifty.
Well, it actually keeps going through a bunch of different ones. I feel like it is kind of okay. So there must be a bunch of color schemes she has set up.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. Very cool.
I like that. What do you think about the call to action being the resume? Is that?
It can work. I mean, maybe they won't click a contact form. I think it's okay. I mean, this is what I do. I think a call to action could also be a project. It could also be a contact form. I think of the three, contact form, project, resume, I would rank project 1, resume 2, contact 3, because I don't think many people hit the contact form. And she may not have one. She just got her email there. So she's got 2 call to actions there.
Right.
So does it work? Let's click on it, see if it works.
I don't want to pull up a resume.
Oh, okay.
It might have contact details on it. Other people, if they want.
Yeah.
That's, I don't really want to show it on here.
All right. Let's keep looking at the skills section, which we think is important. A lot of skills.
Yeah.
So she's doing lots of things.
Definitely a lot of stuff. From a design perspective, I like it. I like the layout. I think that works for me. Kind of feels tight in this section, maybe a little bit. I'm not sure. I think if I scroll down, there could be a little bit more white space here between this top section and then this middle section, maybe.
So here's what I think, and she can correct us wrong, but if I read through this, it sounds like she's got 3 icons at the top. This is really what I'm interviewing for. I also know this other stuff too. That's the way.
Yeah, it's kind of like, no, I agree. It's like these things. Oops, don't mean to do that one.
Yeah.
Again, new tool, trying to figure it out. This section, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I really do.
Yeah.
So I would probably add maybe a little bit of type in and around this and say, this is why I'm looking for a JavaScript Python job, and down here, I also do this other stuff as well, but here's my main skill. Yeah. So it doesn't really, she's an opportunity to tell us exactly what you could be doing. So I'm a computer engineer with a passion for creative and software and hardware. Okay. A little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Cause she's got I guess she's got like Arduino too. So yeah.
MSP 430. She's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I agree. Yeah. I think maybe if you put a little bit of text around these 2, you could maybe if you moved take these 3 and kind of maybe move them over here and then put text on this side, maybe could kind of work from a design perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So we have 3 blocks: experience, education, and personal.
All right, hit the colors again. See if it changes these blocks. I think it does. Okay.
You didn't like the yellow, did you?
I did not like the yellow. Man.
Yeah, I know that's what you're going to say.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though these are color schemes, I think you do have to, I mean, obviously it is curated as well. So this is not a random color scheme. The color scheme carries through. But yeah, I see what you said. I know. Yeah, it's a contrast thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other darker colors just work better.
Yeah, they just do. So if I would just wouldn't use yellow period as a background color, but that's
Yep.
just me. The purple looks fine.
Yep.
So she's got an experience thing, education thing, and a personal thing. Okay. All right. Let's move on to projects here.
Look.
All right. So this is
Systems
her.
Testing Manager, which is a MATLAB project.
Okay.
Agile workflow,
right.
and then Taco Books, which is a React website.
Well, we know which one we're going to pick, right?
Well, we have to.
Right off the bat, we had to pick the
for
Taco
two
Books
reasons.
one.
It's web and it's tacos. I mean,
right.
This is good because it's a live site and GitHub. So I'll come back to this here in a second. Let's just talk about what's below. So there's one section below, like what you see. Check out my other project. Oh, so okay. Let me put that because it just okay. So it's a multi-page. It just takes you to another. Okay, to another page. Oh, it's got like robot stuff. That's cool.
Okay.
With a little hardware thing. A car dashboard. Let's see. Cool. Use this.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, here's my only thing is what I would say, Abigail. This is pretty good, but what job are you looking for? That's what I would want to know. So
yeah, to try and tailor it more to that, right?
Yeah. So are you looking to break into web dev, or do you still want to stay on the hardware side? So there are two different skills, two different jobs. But that's the only weakness I see is like, I don't know exactly what you want to do, but if you're applying for it, if you're applying for a systems testing, hardware integration role, your projects definitely scream that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably newer, but let's take a look at it. Let's go.
Let's take a look at it. Okay. Taco Books.
Trello Google Books hybrid. Okay.
All right, I see what you're doing. Okay.
So yeah, this is like a cam board, right?
Yeah, and so imagine that you can just write book reviews, maybe. Okay.
Okay. Assuming it has. Oh, I broke it. I hate breaking it.
Oh no!
But I did break it. I broke it by trying to drag. Yeah, as soon as I try and drag it, it breaks it. Because it seems like as a cam board, it's like standard functionality, right? To move from one board to another by dragging it. And clearly, the fact that it does break is something that's tried to be implemented here, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't break. Right. It just wouldn't let me drag it.
Right.
So there is something that's tried to implement.
Okay.
Okay. It's like a cam board. What is the hybrid part, though? What do you see? Is this just like a... It's not pulling in an API of any kind, is it?
Well, I was assuming it was pulling in the Google Books API. That's what I was thinking.
Well, I was wondering the same thing, but I don't think it is. Because when I click, I can just type in and I can...
There's no type ahead there.
No, yeah. Oh, I guess there's a search book. What is that?
Oh, let's try it. Well, we got to look for breaking the code.
Instead. What is that? I'm searching. So it is pulling the API. It's doing something.
Okay.
But I don't know what to do with it now that I've got it. No, I can't.
Can you add it?
Add it. I can't. Okay. I can. No, I can't actually. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe I should drag it. Okay, I can. I can drag it. Okay, so that works.
The drag does work from there.
The drag works from the search. Okay.
Okay. Just see if breaking the code.
Is it going to be?
Well, I'm not the biblical scholar Bruce Metzler, so.
There you go. This one. Gotta be.
There it is, man. There I am. There I am.
There you go. Oh, and I broke it.
My book breaks it.
Yeah, your book does break it. Wonder why that other one works though. So I wonder what I'm doing wrong.
I don't know.
I wonder.
But what I will say this, the search works because like finding, breaking the code, which we made jokes about, it's not going to be the most sought after book in the history of Google Books. But that just means that because it is kind of niche specific, it is, the API is working. You know?
It's weird. The search came up with a different set of books. Again, it could be a, let me just try. Nah, as soon as it's got some kind of drag functionality that is having an issue. Even between things. I don't know why it added that one time and then not others. Maybe, I don't know, something to do with this. Maybe.
I also didn't save it either. So like think about like using local storage to save it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll also say from a design perspective too, I would do something about the background, blur it.
Yeah.
Just
Hmm.
blur this. It'll make this background still be a bunch of books, and it'll still look similar. You'll still be able to tell that it's books, but the fact that
Yeah.
it's really sharp on the image like this, just it detracts from. It doesn't give you enough kind of contrast between that and the foreground.
Yeah.
So yeah, blur this, and maybe even add a color overlay to it, or drop the color altogether. Even maybe I could see this being kind
Yeah.
of a grayscale and blurred would be kind of a
Yeah.
cool backdrop.
Right. And you can do this with CSS, or you can just take it back into Photoshop if you have Photoshop. But you can definitely add a blur over top of it, CSS, and even add a tint over top of it too, to add a color wash on it.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah,
a nice blue color wash and a 15 pixel blur or 5 pixel
yeah.
blur
I
would
agree.
work great.
Something that kind of is in the same
Yep.
color family as the kind of your
Yep.
sidebar over here.
Yep.
Pull that across there would kind of work. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Agree.
Let's go back and
yeah,
look.
you got a decent app.
Yep.
I think it's okay. I think you need to. I think obviously the biggest issue with it isn't a design thing. The biggest issue is that it's broken.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of like
Yep.
that's the thing. It doesn't matter how good it looks or how good it is. If it's broken and a hiring manager came here and saw that it was broken, they're just immediately just going to kind of move past
Soft
it,
no, man.
unfortunately.
Soft no right
Soft no.
away. Soft no right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even the cool things that you do have on here, the little videos that are playing and the colors and all the other stuff. If your app doesn't work, and this is the one you're kind of pushing them towards, it will be a problem.
Yep.
Let's look at the about, which I think is another page too. It is. Okay.
Okay. About me. I'm
Just about me
passionate.
section.
Okay. This could use some work here. BS and computer engineering with the house.
Yeah, kind of
All
the
of
layout, right?
those and the pictures and everything. Just
Yeah.
that could use some work for design.
Yeah,
So
I would potentially split, if you're going to have these like this, split them up. They feel like they're squished here, right? So I would
yeah.
take this and kind of move this out this way a little bit, and maybe this one out this way a little bit. Would work to start
Yeah.
off with.
Yeah, and I would just almost drop the logo and the picture of the building all together.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't look right. And then together they
Yeah.
don't look right. Like the
Look, I can put a little.
yeah. Yeah, I would get rid of that altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I think
nice.
you're
You
probably
got a
right. I think I
nice
pull that in though.
you've got 2 degrees here. I mean, like, so Abigail, you're obviously really smart and you're gonna
Yeah.
win, you know.
So yeah, I'll get us real smart. Dean's List, all semesters too.
Yeah.
Go Dean's
Yeah.
List.
Yeah. And then she won co-op student of the year. Awesome. Cool.
Tolkien fan too. This is a little bit about the personal side of her. So Society of Women
Right.
Engineers. That's cool too. Extracurricular stuff always plays well when it's like
Yeah.
super on target, right? Like this is very on target for obviously what you want to do. So this totally works to have this here. You should probably. I would put this above these two, to be honest.
Yep. And then
leave this up.
musicians always do well as coders, man. We keep seeing that over and over again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So
Yep. Something about the way that you think. I think right. It's like it's
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
It's just this weird. Like it is interesting.
So I think the about page could use some work. I mean, it looks good above the fold, then you get down there and it looks kind of messy. I mean,
Yep.
it just does. This looks fine. I mean, like, oh, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, I would. My only like critique about this thing is add a little bit more white space. Don't be afraid to like
Yeah.
split these sections up a little bit so they are very much more distinct versus they just kind of
Yeah.
roll on. That all
Yeah.
feels like one section. Try and think about it in different kind of like sections down the page, and you can
Yeah.
do that with white space. So don't be afraid to add a little bit more white space here.
Yeah. I think you have a strong career in there. So what are we going to rank this one at, Kevin? What do you think?
I'm gonna let you choose the first one.
Okay, I'm going to choose the first one. All right, so here's what I think. Let's give it a 3, and that's because the app's broken.
I agree.
You know, and I think it's a 3. So like and then the about page is a little bit messy, but
Yep.
But how far is she away from a 5? Not far. So I want
Right.
you to think
I
about that,
agree.
Abigail.
No, I totally agree. I think the app being broken is what brings it down.
Easy
That's
fix.
the
Easy fix.
Yeah.
Just figure out why it's on the drag and drop target, or what it can't find it, or whatever it's doing. Just look at it.
Yep.
So, all right, cool.
Cool. That's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start.
That's a pretty good start.
Let's look at the next one.
Oh, we got
Super
Super
chat. Conway Dante, thank you. Second position, road to 100K.
Yeah, I
like
saw.
it.
So this is this is I was telling you just yesterday about this. This is
Okay.
Sean from Discord who got the
Okay.
who got the second gig.
Okay.
he shared his story in there and said he's going to set on to his second job, and just been around here for a while, and shared his salary there for his second job too, so he put it in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome. Massive congratulations, John. Yeah, he got the offer yesterday. So.
Very I like it.
Yeah, he's on to 80 something now. I think he's on to 80K on his second gig. So yeah, very cool.
I love it. Yeah, let's see if we can get someone else some help here. Let's go. What's the next one here, Kevin?
Next one up.
At that one.
Okay, let's go for
Jimmy's.
This is Jimmy Woo's.
Okay, Jimmy Woo. All right.
It's got a little first thing. It's got a little animation on it.
Okay.
That's interesting. It's like hover over stuff.
So right off the bat, man, I do like the fold here. I do like this. It's got all of the links that you need right here on the very top. So you have the social links on the left, easy to find too. A lot of times those are hidden when they do this.
They are. Yeah.
You can't even find them. I do like his personal logo. That's probably Railway or something. Looks Railway-ish to me, but like, it's not bad. I mean, JW.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jimmy, a front-end developer and artist. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. So this is actually a multi-page app too. This is not a single-page app. This doesn't scroll.
Okay, and I do see that trend coming out. And the reason people are doing this is they do rank better SEO than having one page on it.
Yep.
And we're actually considering doing that in the cohort here, is going back to MPAs for portfolios.
Yep.
It's just a lot more work to duplicate the menus everywhere unless you're using a framework.
Exactly. Unless you have the framework do it for you, then it's very easy. It's a nice little hover effect over the view my work here. It glows.
The other thing too that I'll give him props on here is the color palette is consistent and strong so far. So it's got three colors in it. You got a dark gray, you got a light, a white, and then you have that green. And so he's using the green as a highlight, basically, and I like it. I mean, it's cool.
And this isn't actually a pure white either, but you can see it's kind of off white. It's like
it's a light
gray.
We say he's got a dark, a light, and a highlight, which I like.
Yep. And again, this isn't black and white. This is a dark gray and a light gray with an accent color, and that's why it looks this way. That's why it looks like this.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so let's go. I'm going to do the view my work because that's his call to action here. I'm guessing it's going to take me to the same projects tab, but we'll see, and it does.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
So he's got some really good hover cards here, which is nice. And then his skills. Oh, the thing at the top must be a filter for the projects themselves.
Okay. What is this part?
I don't know.
Hover. Okay, so I can turn on and off the hover.
Okay. And then something with the GIF.
I don't know if that's maybe some of them have a GIF in them or something.
Okay.
I can't quite tell what that one does.
All right.
There's little settings too. Oh, I can turn that on and off. Okay, that's nice.
That's neat.
I mean, look, the animation is very nice. I don't know if you made that or you borrowed that
I've never seen it as a plugin, but so like it.
I like it.
I would bet that he made it.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah.
Well, it's very cool because the attention to detail works. Look, because the whole bar moves. The whole bar moves.
Right.
It recenters itself.
Stay centered. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could be a function of the CSS just centering it automatically.
Yeah.
You know,
but that attention to detail is key.
Yep.
Like it really is. And then I guess these are filters, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff with HTML, stuff with CSS, JavaScript, React apps, and
weather app.
Okay, which one you want to look at?
Well, when we go all here, I say we pick the left one here. That's the one that he wants us to see.
The React music player.
Okay.
Okay. So he has like a modal come up with some screenshots in it.
Love it. Love it.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Cool music player. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go see if it's all songs linked to respective Spotify pages. Okay. You won't hear the music premium. Here.
Right. That's fine. But you can tell us it works. I'm sure it does.
It does.
Oh, look at the record turns. Yeah. That's kind of nifty.
That's nice. It's a nice little attention to detail thing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those kind of things are interesting. See, we've got a library.
Yeah. A little off-screen canvas.
Okay. It's kind of auto.
And this is his list right here that he has, right? It's his list.
Yes. This is like this library is the only thing you can do. It's like you can't customize this. I can't search for music anywhere that I can tell.
Right. But if you log in, he said something about you could log in your premium Spotify and probably hear the whole song or something like that. So I'm not sure. That's cool
I think
though.
this is just the no. I think this is just the. It gives you a link back to the playlist. Look, that's all this is.
Ah, okay, I got you.
So
And you'd have to log in or sign
you
up.
have to,
Okay,
yeah.
that is
Okay,
cool. I like
it's
it.
interesting. Yeah, and obviously, if I go back real quick, he did make a. So this is the desktop version. Look, there's also a mobile version too, which is
Okay.
responsive.
All right. Let's check it. Go back
I
over there
like
and
it.
look at it. Let's check it, Jimmy. Put it in responsive mode. Can you do that? Settings,
Yeah.
developer tools.
Yeah.
More tools.
There we go.
Look at that.
Good stuff.
It's pretty responsive. Works good.
Got all the
What if you landscape it on the iPhone? Does it move around? Go over to the far right. And just hit the little yeah.
Oh, you broke it.
Okay. No, you can. You should be able to. You should be able to.
can.
Yeah,
You can, but
that just means that it's not tall enough for
Right.
landscape. But like
right. Repeat.
so cool.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
Not bad.
me too. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool app. I like it. It's got so another 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a bunch of apps in here. It's got 8 total.
All right. So now that I've seen it, let's go to the weather app down in the bottom.
This one.
All right. So again, what he's doing here is really cool. But the reason I'm going to do this, Jimmy, I'm going to give you an extra feature here that I know you already know how to do, and you know what I'm going to say.
Because he's already done it.
He's already done it. So let's look at his website here. So here's what you can do. All right, look at that. It found our location, which is nice. A lot of times it can do it. You can type in full disclosure, Jimmy, we did look at this yesterday. So like
we did look at this one.
So
this is the only one we looked at because we looked at this.
That's the only one we looked at.
Like, that's why it came with Gunners.
Type in Springfield, and we know that this didn't work, but we just want to bring you aware of. I'm not sure how you fix it, but and that's because there's multiple Springfields.
Right.
You know, there's Indiana, there's Ohio, Maryland.
Springfield, Missouri. Look,
Missouri.
But here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing. If I do London and hit enter, it says London, UK. What about London, Ohio? It defaulted to a different London. Like it defaulted to the most common one for one of them, but didn't for Springfield. So what would your solution to that be?
So what I would do is I would come back, and if I said that I didn't, I don't know. I'd have to see the results coming back from the API to see if it actually brought back something or nothing.
Well, it must bring back something because it brings back something for London.
But London, maybe the API does that, and that the API is a weakness in the API. So like, I don't know. Yeah. So like you would, or the fact that it brought back multiple things, and it just, I don't know. We'd have to just test it to see. But here's my overall point. I think that's kind of minor. You could test through Springfield. Now you have a test case to see what it's doing. The background's great. It's kind of cool. The artwork on this is kind of nifty. You've got the hourly and the daily. Yeah, animations are fantastic. What you could do if you want to on your art side, and you could figure this out, is use Unsplash and just put a background that corresponds with the weather. So you could have a partly cloudy, and you could definitely create a list of pictures that you want to use and use them and target them in there. So you could have 5 sunny pictures or 20 sunny pictures and 20 cloudy pictures that you kind of like curate and put back there. The other thing you could do is use your knowledge of the Spotify API, create a list of songs that match the weather. So like here, and we know he can do this because we just saw it. So Purple Rain, or the one we were testing with that came up when we were using Spotify was Whiskey and Rain, which I thought was funny. It's country music. It's hilarious. But like
maybe more like Singing in the Rain works. Like that
Singing in the Rain, Whiskey in the Rain sounds exactly like you think it would sound.
Okay. I can imagine what that would sound like.
I'm not going to try to be a country music singer, but that's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay. There you go. Everyone go listen to Whiskey in the Rain after this.
Yeah. So it sounds exactly like that.
There's one other weird thing I'm noticing here too is as I mentioned this before, was the temperature to 2 decimal places. Now, while the API might feed that back to you, I understand that, but it looks weird to display it that way. I don't care whether it's 65.84. I just need to, that would just see that as round that to 66. So do a little math on it.
Yeah, or just do a format on it. You can definitely
Or
format the
just
number
drop
on
it.
it.
Yeah, you could just drop that. I
Yeah,
mean, because really, the difference between 65.84 and 6 and making it 66 doesn't really matter. I would just, you're right. I would
yeah,
just drop the last two decimals. Just make sure that it's the
yeah.
whole, the integer part of the number
And
coming
so
back.
what it does is, from a UI standpoint, you see a 63.3 there. They become misaligned because that only has 3 spaces
Yeah, yeah.
at 6 p.m. And then you look at 9 p.m. It's even weirder. Now it's 57.
Exactly, because it's dead on, and it didn't even, because it is dead on. It didn't even pull the .00 look, which is
Right. So
interesting.
either format them all to 2 decimals or just remove the 2 decimals. I think having a generic 57 degrees like 9 p.m. is what you should have.
Yep.
It's
Yep,
kind
I
of
would
cool.
definitely format a bunch of these because it appears in a bunch of places down
Yeah.
here too. Look, when you
Yep.
see multiples, it just looks weird. It looks weird even over here too.
And it'll save you
In
space on your UI too.
Yeah, even in this part over here,
Yep.
it feels kind of strange. I
Yep.
just, it's just we're not used to seeing temperatures to 2 decimal places. Like we're just not, especially in like a weather app like this. But I love the animations. I like the layout. I like the multi-day thing down here too. You've pulled in a lot of information from the API, which is great. It has this little Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Yeah, and the thing I would say is that's kind of cool is I want Jimmy to know that we are nitpicking this app. This is pretty good.
Oh yeah, this is a cool app. Oh yeah,
but it's pretty good. I like it worked, especially when it comes in and Kernersville's in it already. So, which probably maybe the only Kernersville in the world. I think. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Well, don't forget, I searched for it by. I gave it location.
Location.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why. Let me try it without it. Actually, let me see what Derby comes back as. Derby comes back as okay. Look, but let me try Kernersville. Just hit enter. I don't know. It came back as
the
it.
Only
Yeah, but maybe it's the only one. I can say.
Springfield has to be because it doesn't know which one to pick. And there's something in his picking algorithm
but then my point was, how does it know to pick London? Like, there's more than one of these places. So
yeah, I don't know.
If it's unique, I get it. But if it's not unique, like, how does it? How do you handle that? I think the type ahead is the way to do it. I think if you give people a list. So if I put in Kernersville and it showed me a list of potential options and there's only one, great. But if I put in Springfield, it should show me a list of at least the first 5 or 6 that come back from the API as a type ahead. And that would just be a better experience.
And you can use type ahead JS from Twitter. Works really well for stuff like this. So it allows you to do a search. Really nice though. But overall, pretty nice, man, and really nice.
Yeah, I like this way of showing it too. Not just you can click through, and you do have GitHub here as well, so you do have the links like we say to have. But I like this kind of modal approach too, where you have these screenshots. They're nice and big too. So if somebody doesn't go,
we do that in the Bootcamp. Yeah, I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I like it.
You could also make this responsive too. Make a mobile version as well. Just stack these on top of each other. It could be kind of easy to make a mobile version of this as well, right? Stack this below, and then stack 2 and 2 of these, and bam, you've got a mobile weather app, which is even more useful to people.
Yep.
I could actually use this app. Like, really?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can look at it.
It's pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely.
And then if it played Whiskey and Rain, it'd just make your day.
Why? Use it then, would I? Let's see. Oh, it has okay. This is About Me page. Some cool little animations. Then
I do like that. That's kind of cool.
Let me re-trigger that again. Look, scroll up and down. It re-triggers it.
Kind of nifty.
I like that. This little effect with the shadows, kind of nice. I like that too.
Yeah.
Always like that. It's very Apple-y. And then, okay, about this science. You're talking about how you made this.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you say you have an inspiration here. I would just drop this. I think it's fine not to, like, I don't think you have to give credit on these things. Like, if you use a plugin by somebody else, let's say that you're here, right, and you didn't create this thing, right? Does it matter that you used that?
Unless they're saying specifically you have to. I mean, like, they're saying I want attribution every time you use it.
That's true. But I'm sure this person isn't.
Whatever
whatever inspiration you drew from them. I would be tempted to just drop that part. But that's just me. Okay, let's do drawings because you have an artist section too. Okay.
Wow.
Like anime style drawings. I like it. You got a couple up
It's
here.
good though. It's got some skill, man.
It is good.
That's for sure.
I would do something a little bit different though. I would try and incorporate this in. So you're going for a web developer job, right? I would try and incorporate these somehow into a website or something, or something that try and use your drawing skill in your web development somehow. So I don't know,
You
make
could,
like a homepage for these or something, or some way of showcasing it that's also web based.
yeah.
So
You could
maybe you
definitely
brand
use
one of
these
these
on the
projects.
background too.
You
You can
could
also
maybe you brand one of
background
these
them.
projects. I don't know what the branding's like on this
Yeah.
one. Let me go look at this one. So the branding on this one, there you go. So you got no branding on this one. Look, try and
Yeah.
like brand this with your drawing somehow. Like
Yeah.
that could be
Yeah.
cool.
Make a beat girl or beat guy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's playing the drums or
Try and
something.
pull that in versus just having it like, hey, drawings. Like it
Yeah.
feels a little disconnected from the rest of the site.
But super good though. I mean, like
But
you
very
need to
good.
showcase
Yeah, you
it.
definitely
What's
have
Kevin
talent.
saying?
Yeah,
You
sure.
got skill.
Yeah,
Let's go to contact page to Jim. That's neat. Kind of cool.
yeah.
And flip it over. A little flip
Flip
card.
over. Oh, a little open. I like this. Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So name, email, message. Okay.
That's cool.
That is cool. I like it. Too many clicks though? I don't know. Is that
Maybe.
like
But it is cool.
It is cool, but
Yeah.
maybe one too many clicks. That's all my thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just when you flip over, you don't have to also click open. When you flip over, here's what I would suggest. When you flip over, the animation for open just happens.
Yeah.
So then it's like a one.
What it does
thing.
is
one
it's
click
going
away.
between two pages. The other one, if you notice, fades off, and this one
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah.
So
So maybe that's So maybe that's a
yeah.
Yeah, but maybe
But
there's
it's,
something
you
there to
know,
make it one less.
I see
click.
why
That's
you have
just,
the open. Just it's
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, there may be.
That's
one
just
too
me
many
being
clicks.
picky.
Yeah.
But I do like
It's
it.
good. All right.
That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna give Jimmy a score.
Well,
do you
let's.
think?
What do you think? Let's put in chat and see what the score you think it should be. 1 through 5. We'll ask the crowd here and see what they think. So we'll give you 5 seconds while we're we're in the judges booth
Let's
conversing. Me and
see what does
Kevin.
everybody think? Yeah, throw it in chat. What do you guys think? Between a 1 and 5.
1 and 5. What do you guys think?
And we'll do this for all of them moving forward too. We'll ask what you guys think. So once you've got a score in your mind, kind of moving forward for these, throw them in chat. We'll take a look at
So
some.
he said his drawings. Ridge Raider said the drawings look better than Bobby's Spider-Man.
I see that, but just to confirm, right?
I
it's
didn't
not-
actually draw that one.
It's not, yeah. It's not Bobby's Spider-Man. It's like and it's not mine. I'm not crediting it either. Just so we know, I'm not taking credit for it. It was somebody else on staff.
Ridge Raider
it's
goes.
not me.
Ridge Raider goes all Olympics 4.85. He's holding the
Yeah,
card up,
we can't do partial scores. Sorry, that's one thing
Yeah.
I haven't set up. We can't do partials. Okay, so we got some 5s, we got some 4s, some 4.5s. Okay, so between a 4 and a 5. Lawson says needs more branding.
I like Barthemus here. Like his is pretty funny. Look at Barthemus down there in the bottom.
Yeah, 4.9.
It's harsh, man. Did he stick the landing? No, he didn't stick the landing, but he did 16 flips.
We're on like I know exactly. Yeah, we're on like Olympic scoring at this point, aren't we? Yeah, I would say this is pretty good, and I would say that I don't know. What do you think?
So here's what I think. I do think we do lack some nuance in our skill thing here. I do think it's not quite a 5. So
Okay.
it's closer to 5 than 4, but we have to give it a 4 because we can't do Olympic style scoring. So I think it's a 4.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a 4, Jimmy, but it's close to a 5.
It's very close to a 5.
We need so to get a 5, it's got to be like we've got to think about
really good.
like it's got to not have a single like thing that we can be like you could fix that. But yeah, it's pretty close. I agree. Projects. So it's got a lot of projects on here. I think this project is a great one.
So it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good, Jimmy. I hope you're here. Hope you liked it. All right, let's do the next one.
We got next. Let's go to here. Cesar Gallardo.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's not Caesar. I'm
Just
sure
go
it's Cesar, not
Caesar?
Caesar. I'm just going to say it's probably Cesar.
Cesar. Okay.
But I'm just guessing. I'm just going to roll with that. Okay, what do you think about above the fold here? Another one with gradients. Mind the way
the
here.
gradient works in this case, and that you got to get out of the way. The gradient does work in this case because it is dark and it does give you a contrast, so it does work.
Yep.
I'm not the hugest fan of gradients anyway. So, what do you think about the gradient?
I like it.
I know you love a good gradient.
I do.
I know you do.
I do. I didn't used to, and I came around to them. They're very.
Yeah.
They just feel very modern these days. I still think they've been around for a while as like a trend, but they're still kind of trendy. And I do
Yeah.
like them. It's got gradient buttons here too, here and
Yeah.
here.
Those are nice.
I might consider like matching up here.
I think his logo doesn't
As a
match the
gradient
rest
too.
of the,
Yeah, I might consider changing this.
Definitely.
To maybe just, I don't know, maybe be one of the colors that are in the name down here.
The font can change too. So he's got a block font up there, and he
Yeah,
just does
it
it
feels.
like
I
a
agree.
block font designer.
Feels disconnected, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit from the rest of the page.
Yeah. All right. Let's check out his
I like
work.
it. I like the above the fold, but yeah. Oh, a little hover. If you
Yeah.
gotta move this way. Okay, so it scrolls me down. So this is a single page.
He's got a bug tracker, Kevin. Featured.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, I haven't seen this before. I do like this. He put the feature flag on it.
Yeah. I like that
So no
too.
matter where you put that, someone is going to click on that. You could put it in the middle.
I think it could even be bigger. I think you could actually like put it across the top part here, maybe, or like you're right, maybe even across the whole thing. Like,
yeah,
like maybe. But I do like this. I think that's cool. Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah.
I do like it. Another thing too is he's got his text on there could be a little bit long on the cards, but at least he lined up all the cards on the bottom, which is nice.
Yep.
They don't look like they're they look the same size.
Yep, they do. They look kind of weird though, because this one, especially in the middle, just because it's a white on white, kind of gets lost a little bit.
It does because of his background. So like you could look at changing your background to an offer white, or these cards need some kind of border or something on them.
Yeah, I'll consider maybe a border and see what that looks like.
Yeah.
I agree, because this is already an off-white. It's a slight blue. I don't know if you can tell it, but it's slight blue.
But it just, the do get washed out, and it's hard to see kind of what they're at.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to projects in a second because it skipped us past a section, but we're gonna come back to them in a second. Skills section.
It's nice. It's basic, but it's nice. I mean, you know,
it's not wrong.
The icons don't line up. They're all centered, so like that's kind of weird. But like, you know,
but the grid lines up.
The grid lines up, and it does help it when you do that. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I don't know what I would do otherwise.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with centering a line in the buttons because the buttons line up, or the grid kind of lines, if you want to call this a button, the background line up. Yeah, I don't mind this. I think this is good. Again, a lot of tech here, which is okay.
Yeah.
Come back to projects in a second. Then contact me at the bottom. So an email, LinkedIn, and GitHub.
Yeah, I do like the hover buttons. It's nice.
Yeah. This isn't
Gradient
a form,
buttons.
I'm guessing. This is just going to be a generate emails and mail to link, I'm guessing. You see it.
Right.
Yeah. So you could use a form. Against another proof of like you can create a form and use a form and hook a form up. It's a good proof of concept for you.
Yeah.
I guess we can look at the bug tracker, right?
Might as well, right? You know, what did he build it in? .NET Core 5. Okay, nice. We don't know if he's a student of ours in the self-paced course. We have no idea, but like, let's check it out and see.
Yeah. So there are some demo credentials down here too. So we'll see if we need these in a second.
You will. Okay.
Okay. This looks like a pro page.
Nice. It's trusted by Netflix. All right.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Like,
it's not true. So, but it's also demo. So, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. It's also put down like this is a demo website. Like it's. You know.
Do these pricing pages work?
No, I mean they're not. I mean, yeah, they can give me account.
Okay.
Account, but...
So sometimes here's what we do here. We try to make it like whatever's on the bug tracker is when we teach it in classes, like it's real. So like we do have multi-tenant bug trackers like this where you can come in and create your own company. And it's real. And if you're charging money for it, you want to charge your pricing for it. What I tell students is go ahead and make that real too. Go ahead and hook up Stripe, make it real. Maybe someone will give you $20 a month, but like it shouldn't be mocked. It should be real.
It's kind of a difficult thing to kind of, because you're right. Even though it says down here, this is a demo website, and I get it that you're trying to make it seem like, hey, you're showing somebody, hey, I can produce this thing that's like genuine, and it's like this is cool, but you just need to, you need to be more, either have it working or be transparent about it not working, and maybe I don't know, you
just drop the pricing.
Yeah,
no one cares. I mean, like if you're using it to get a job, it's not going to matter. Everything else on that page is perfect. You know, so.
Yep.
But then we log in here, we'd have to use those demo credentials from the other page.
Yeah, I do. The password is password.
All right.
So you could fix that too by making a button here to do that, by the way, as well. Have a
Yep. And log it in
button
for
here
you.
that logs you in.
All right, let's get started and let's look at it.
Down here. Okay. I don't think it does anything.
Okay.
Hold on.
Dashboard.
Maybe?
All right.
Okay,
If you
so it
log
does.
in, it should take you to the dashboard page
Yeah,
right
not to the
off the
home
bat.
page.
And
Yep.
you've already sold them. You don't need to take them to the home page. You
Yep.
redirect them to the page you want them to see.
Yeah,
So
you
let's look at a
redirect.
project here. Let's look at bug tracker, the first project there. That's what I'm going to click on. All right. Search an issue. Okay. Let's just look at an issue. Just pick one. Okay.
It has tasks associated with an issue with tasks
Not bad.
associated.
It could use some design work, but like,
Yeah, it's very much like left aligned down the page, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah. You could definitely but the check boxes are cool.
Yeah, so I can check and uncheck these as tasks. It's keeping an activity log as I'm doing that, which is kind of nice. Yeah,
Yep.
but I could see this being okay. So my advice would
More
be
designed.
I would take this and like move it over here, and then have this over here. So you've got like a 2-box.
Yeah, 2 layout.
You could do like a
And then
side by
activity
side.
on
This
the
is kind of
bottom.
definitely wide enough, and then activity on the bottom. Yeah, maybe is the whole thing. I
Yeah.
can see that being because this just feels like it's all left aligned and it's all down the like that side of the page just feels weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see. So
These
those are-
cards, also to cards, you could like make the title bigger. I mean, they just look like they take up a lot of space.
They
And
do, yeah. There's a bunch
white.
of blank space, isn't there? That's the thing. You
Yeah.
got like there's like this whole how do I like this space here needs something, doesn't it? Like if there was something
or
in
get
there,
rid of it.
or get rid of it. Yeah, if there was something in there, would look better.
Yeah.
Or you're right, or just get
Something-
rid of it and just have it that bottom section so that it's just this part and that's the whole thing, and a bunch of those across the screen and a grid could work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see if his search works. Just type in update. See what comes up there. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't have to. That came up real time too, by the way, as I do.
Yeah, it's probably a
do
front
the-
side search.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. That search is very good. Let's do settings. See what we got. Okay. So the only thing in settings I can do is leave the project.
Okay.
Danger zone.
Yep. All right.
Okay. So what other features? What are we missing?
Well,
from
can I
this?
add a ticket? Can I add a ticket? This is the project. I went
Yeah,
dark
I
here.
don't think so.
Hold on a second.
I don't see how to add a ticket here.
Yeah. I'm back.
Oh,
The lights
there
are
you
back
go.
on.
There you go. You're back on. I don't see how to add a ticket here. There's no.
There's no
obvious, like,
ticket.
missing a button.
Yeah, there's no ticket. Let's go back to the demo user. Maybe up there, maybe there's a menu. Just the dashboard. Join project. Create project.
Maybe I have to join the project.
Well, you're already joined to that one of those projects, right?
I don't know. I don't know that I am joined to it. I can see it, but I'm not necessarily joined to it. Am I? I mean,
all right. Join a project.
I can't, because when I do join project, it just asks me for a URL to join. Your project link should be something like this.
Oh,
I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah. So basically, create.
Here we go. Get invite link.
It says leave project, so you're in it.
Right. Oh, there we go. This one I can add an issue. Look.
There you go. All right.
So this one. So I must not have been in this one then.
Maybe not. Maybe that's right.
Okay.
All right.
But this one I can.
That should be obvious. Yeah.
High priority.
Like it.
Okay.
There you go.
So that looking at task. Check off that task. Uncheck it. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
And then I can also delete that. Okay. These issues too. Okay.
So I think there's a little too much white space in this one, a little bit, and it needs to
Yeah.
be a little bit more informational. The other
Yeah.
thing that we do on Bug Trackers is we show on the homepage here on the project page, we show metrics about the projects like total tickets. He's got some in there, but you could put a nice graph on it and kind of lay it out a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some
there's an opportunity here
templates.
to,
There's some
yeah,
templates to do that with too, isn't there? That are pre-built. You
yeah,
just have to, and you feed the information in, right? And it kind of like the
yeah,
dashboard templates. There's a bunch
yeah,
of dashboard templates. Some are free even. Some
yeah.
are very affordable too. That'll give you a bunch of like pre-built charts and animations and all kinds of stuff
You
like
just
that. That'll
pass the JSON data to it.
yeah, that'll enhance this a lot. Just give you
Hmm.
more of a kind of a yeah. I can see that down here as like a thing. Once you've gone to your project here, maybe there's the I don't know. Maybe you take the top issues or something at the top here, high priority. You list those, and then you list the dashboard or something below it.
Hmm.
Kind of work. Yeah, but I
Okay.
do like the. If I go back here, I like this. I like this homepage. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I just think it's like I think the biggest mistake for me was when we logged in and it immediately didn't take me here. I was
Right. I
lost
didn't
for
know
a
what to
second.
do. Yeah.
um,
And then it's not obvious that I'm not joined to Bug Tracker, even though I can see it. I
yeah,
probably would fill that out if I'm not joined to it,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, because join, I would almost
So,
want to go. Can I go here? I can get an invite link. What does that do?
yeah,
Does that let me? I'm not quite sure exactly what that does.
yeah. So there probably needs to be a help section or something like that. Tell me how to use it. You could put a slide menu on that kind of stuff if you think it's confusing. If it's not intuitive. There's some opportunities with the tickets here and the boxes, the cards here, where you can have more information on them. Definitely charts, overview of the project. There's definitely a description of this project, maybe that you could put in there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Which they already have, right? They have. So I guess this part of the description you could pull back that other page, right?
yeah.
Because obviously you're capturing a description, right? When you create a new project, I did see that.
So here's honestly,
Yeah.
let me
Go
talk
on.
to you about this butcher. I'm glad that he went through this, and he's probably, if you were at Coder Foundry inside the bootcamp here, he's probably, I would say, 80% there. Like
Yep.
we would probably have a lot of good feedback and say, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
We
Just
expect a
smaller
lot
things.
more on the dashboard. We expect a lot more in the ticket functionality when you're creating a ticket and all of that kind of workflow stuff. But he's mostly there. But he would have a lot of work items to do. But it's a pretty good start. I mean, it's nice. And he built this on his own. Mongo, .NET Core 5. It's nice.
Yeah. Got React
Probably
front
worked
end.
good enough. Most people see it and go, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But there's some other things he could do to even make it better, dial it in. So,
Yep.
all right,
Definitely.
cool.
Okay.
I like it.
What do we think?
I think he's
Score.
a solid 4. Solid 4.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
So, like, I think the logo doesn't match the aesthetic of the reps of the site. The Bug Tracker project has a lot of things that could be done to get to that 5 level. Doesn't mean it's not good enough to show off. So here's what I would say, Cesar. If you're using your portfolio right now to get a job, keep using it. Just because I told you to change a couple of things,
Yeah. Definitely.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't push this out in the marketplace and start getting a job. It's probably good enough to get a job with. So I do see that sometimes when I tell students, hey, change this, change that, they'll pull it down and change it and then push it back up. And so they're off the market for 2 or 3 weeks while they're doing things. I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just
Just keep at it.
doing what you're doing. Keep at it. Put some changes in place and then republish it. It was published too, which is nice. I mean, that's kind of cool when it was fast on the published side.
Yeah, that's the thing too. A lot of people get stuck at that point, right? They will make the app and then they'll throw you the GitHub link.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of stuff right. Cesar, definitely a lot of stuff right.
Oh, we forgot to let the people vote. Y'all vote. See what you think.
Oh,
Scott said, let us vote.
Vote. Go
let
for
the
it.
people vote.
Go for it. Go for it. Throw it in chat. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
We already told you ours, but you know, we're, it's up for discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, throw it in there, and I'll get the next one ready while you're doing that.
Oh, we got to put in Norquis coming up there. Let us vote.
Sorry.
I've registered.
Hey, we're new at this. This is a new format for us.
Yeah.
We're not traditionally given scores, so we've always just given the advice, but then never given a score. So we thought the score would be cool. Here's the other thing we added too, where you guys are writing in chat what you guys thought the score was. There is one other thing too. If we review your portfolio on here, we have also added in the description down below a badge.
Okay.
You can use it if you want to. Basically, it just shows that we've reviewed your portfolio. If you want to link back to the video, you could do that. Or if you just want to use the badge for your site, you could use it there too. It basically is just a little badge that says that we looked at it. And it is down in the description below. So if we looked at yours, feel free to go put it on your site. We would, we hope you like it. I hope you would use it. And the reason I did this is because somebody else that we did review on before, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was... Hold on, I'll tell you, because I do want to give him credit. Because it gave me the idea to do this. It was Artur. So Artur, we had looked at his before. And we looked at his portfolio before. And he took our video and put it on... He embedded it in his portfolio and made a little badge like to go along with it. It says reviewed by Coder Foundry. I was like, oh... I want to give that to everybody. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool when you get a review. It's like, hey, there you go. There's like a badge for basically letting us look at your stuff. So I designed a couple badges. There's a blue one and an orange one. So please feel free to use them if we've reviewed your portfolio. Go slap it on there. Do whatever you want to do with it. Tweet it. Do whatever. Feel free to reuse it. You can do whatever you want with it. Mix it. It's fair game. It's got no copyright attached to it.
So these
do whatever
comments
you will.
are funny.
Okay.
It's like he's
saying, see if we've 100 strikes, 250 photos, have the badge. Hey,
if you want to badge it, I mean,
you can lie about anything you want to lie about. There's nothing we can say. Yeah, yeah, we can't control what people do with it. It is what it is. Whatever. Like that.
And then I don't think you'll get the Coder Foundry corporate attorney banging on your door. That's not going to happen.
No. We're not going to.
Maybe a dawn raid or something like that. A good 6 a.m. dawn raid.
Yeah. Somebody's knocking on the door. Hey, did you put a badge, an image on your portfolio website that you were not supposed to use? And you're like, yeah. Like, okay, well, take it down.
Yeah.
You might get a cease and desist from us if you use it incorrectly. That'll be bad as much as we do.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the next one, next portfolio. I see some questions in there, but we're going to stick to portfolios today. So, maybe we'll talk about Next.js one other day. So,
we'll talk about that on next Thursday. We'll be back. We won't do portfolios next Thursday. It'll be different. Okay, let's look at one more. This is our friend Casey.
All right.
So Casey is in. I know Casey's in the self-paced course. I've seen him a lot on Discord too, and he's here too in chat because I see he gave the last portfolio a 4. So Casey's a tough scorer, man. He's like, look, here we go. Casey gave that last one a 4. So this is Casey's. I'm gonna have to move out of the way a little bit, look, because it's kind of.
So one thing that I think right off the bat, Casey, you got your name on here. It's kind of cool. What I would do is the line height between the first and last name is too tall. So you can use line height inside your CSS. Yeah, it's too tall. I would stack those things almost on top of each other. And then you could actually pull your signature down and put it after the Y.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. You've seen me do that in the course. If you look at Dane Whitman's portfolio.
And put it where? Where would you put it on here?
So if I stack those,
right here
Casey...
somewhere?
No, beside the Casey Y.
Oh, right
maybe.
here. I see. So you're putting it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I've done
you
that
could do that,
before.
and then and I would also then just leave this up here too, the CS at the top, right? Just as your branding, and then pull the signature in. Yeah, I could see that.
See, the problem is you got 2 logos up in the top left-hand corner. You only need 1. You have 2. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. These things, it's tough. Yeah, and they are very they're very stylized, right? These are 2 very different things. So yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree. But otherwise, I like this. I like the image. It's dark, and you've got good contrast with white text on top of it. That totally works for me.
Yeah.
I always like these images too that have like these focal points that are focal points. Like it has this blur.
Yeah.
It's a fake blur, but you kind of get, it's this blur at the top and the blur at the bottom, and then this focal point across the middle. That kind of works for me. I like that. And it's abstract. You don't know what this is. It's just kind of techy, isn't it?
Yeah. He's pulled in a font, which is nice. I mean, like he's pulled in his own Casey Spalding font. I don't know what font that is, but it's not. It's not generic.
This is it. It's now the Casey Spalding font.
That's it. That's probably
That's
what
it.
it's called.
That's
So,
yeah. I'm good with that. But yeah, I like
we're
that
getting
too.
real time
Yep.
feedback from Casey right now. So like he
I
sees
see that.
his commentary.
See him over there. But yeah, I would. And if I were you, Casey, yeah, if you pull this signature down here, I think that could be used as a secondary element. I like this one. It's kind of
Yeah.
mountain
So
CS. It's kind of cool.
let me give you a little hint there. So like draw a box beside the Y there of the Casey on the
Like
by
right
the fold
here.
there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So that's where your logo is going to go. What you can do is you can use an EM font, and that EM font will be based on the font size of Casey, so that no matter what size you are, it could be like zero point 0.5 of the font of Casey or 0.6 of the font of Casey,
That's so it
and that way it will
scales for.
always so it scales
Yeah.
correctly every time.
Yeah.
So like that's in the portfolio course here we do inside the boot camp, where we talk about how to do stuff like that. But basically, let's say that Casey, the first name is set to 1.2 rem.
Yep.
Then you can set as a child element of that, you can put your signature in and set it to 0.5 em, and then it'll just be half the size of that Y, no matter where it's on the phone or big screen or whatever.
Yep.
It always kind of scale right.
And that's the difference between rems
Yeah.
and EMs, isn't it? One's relative and
Yeah.
one's relative to the page. One's relative to its parent
Yes.
element. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm just going to scroll down instead of hitting the button, but I know portfolio is going to take me to projects, I'm guessing, so we'll go there in a second.
Okay, cool.
Here we go. Here is Casey's About Me section. I always like these kind of these over fonts with the background image.
That's nice,
like
actually.
Kind of nice.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
nice.
I see quite a lot of that, but I do like it.
Okay. Talks about me as a programmer. Great. I do like the circle photo, and then I like the way the name, email, location was done. I like that. Simple
this part. I like this part
works
too. Yep.
It works good.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, the other thing that I like, Casey, about this is like you've got the learn more with the underline, and then you also got the name, email, location that's also using lines, and it pulls together. I know that's probably by default, but like you're carrying the theme through. A lot of times when we see these, you'll see like the skill set, for example, you have down there is done in a different way, and then this other piece is done in a different way, and this other piece is designed.
They feel disjointed, don't
all
they?
looks
this feels
together.
Yep, this is definitely cohesive.
Not too much blue. Blue's just used for highlights.
Yep.
And you've used it in the spots where I would use it. It's kind of cool.
One thing I would consider changing, though, I just noticed one minor thing for you, Casey, here. The font weight on this should probably match the font weight right here. This one's slightly less. You can see it's actually slightly less font. I assume it's the same font size, but the weight here is just a tiny bit heavier than this one.
Yeah.
So just match those.
It's cool.
It'll just pull it together a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
How do you feel about just a list of the technologies here?
If that's what you're going to do, that's fine. I mean, you can just do that. And then, but if you want to make a different skill set section that's more involved, you can do either way, but that works.
Yeah, I agree. I'm okay with the minimal thing here. I think that's fine.
Yep. Because he's got a write up above it. So.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's done Contact Pro. Let's look at your Contact Pro.
He's in Contact Pro as projects look, but also has coding challenges look. I've seen these. Full disclosure, I have seen these because I've been following Casey on Twitter. He follows me on Twitter, and he's tweeted out all this stuff, and I've definitely been looking at these and liking them as he's been doing them. So he's been doing a lot of. So
he's built his own logos,
stuff.
which is great.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
FizzBuzz in both C# and JavaScript. Look.
Yeah, we do that in a self-paced course for sure.
Yep.
Cool.
So what do you want to look at? You want to look at this one?
Yeah, that's his big one.
Book. Black
Book Pro.
Let's see. Oh, is it coming soon? He hasn't quite got it ready yet.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
But he's got a pop up there.
It just says okay. It just takes me back to the.
All right.
But yeah. Okay. He's got the space. He's working on it. Okay.
Okay. I like the card and that kind of stuff. It's nice.
Yeah, the model's cool. I like the popover.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go look at. For now though, Casey, I know this is a work in progress or whatever. But for now, and you're probably not using this actively to get a job at the moment. I understand you're still kind of learning, but if it doesn't work, I would suggest just dropping it off for now, the section. Because you never know, someone might come along and look at this and be like, "Wow, okay, I can trade on these maybe." As soon as one doesn't work or is coming soon or something, it's like people get turned off by it.
Yep. So let's look at his loan chart.
Let's
just look at that one. Loan chart.
You like this one?
Yeah. And he's got a URL.
Okay, he's got a good description of it, branding. I'd also suggest, like we did another one too, with the carousel of images, maybe. on
Yeah,
this
and
point.
then
So
you
I have
could work on this
screenshots.
card a little bit, tighten it up, I think, a little bit. So, but it's
No,
okay.
that's true because there is a big description here, isn't there? But I guess I don't know. The description is kind of like sometimes I feel like we're maybe too close to it and we understand what it's supposed to
Yeah.
do, when other people maybe
Yeah.
don't. So having a description could
Right.
help, I guess. But if you can tighten it up, yeah. And
Yeah.
also, yeah,
Right.
consider having instead of the branding here, consider having screenshots in a carousel. Maybe you're, no,
Yeah.
it can be an auto
Put some
carousel or one that you
screenshots in
click
there.
through. But yeah, screenshots so
push
if they
up
don't have to go
carousel
and
will
look
do
at it. Yeah, that could work.
Okay, let's try it out.
Okay, come back to that in a second. Okay.
So 15,000 and
Interest rate these
3.5%.
days. 3.5. I don't know where you're getting 3.5 from these days.
Well, I just know those numbers by hand.
Oh,
So
okay.
60,
Let's just
3.5.
we'll do that for now. 3.5 these days.
Yeah.
This ain't happening. They put up rates again yesterday.
Nice.
Okay, so it nets down to 0. He's got it right. He's got his 60 payments. It definitely works.
that
Shows
is-
his schedule over
yeah.
here. Yep, it's got the right formatting, which I talked about with him
Yeah.
originally. I know the original one. I don't know if it was this one. I think it was this one. It was this one. It didn't have the commas, and this was
Right.
a little bit weird too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he sorted out all the formatting. He managed to figure that out all on his own, just figuring out all the different formatting for the.
So here's what I will
decimal
tell
places.
people if you're watching this. We're on the self-paced course. The reason I picked this out because I know in the self-paced course we haven't published a solution to this yet. We did it as you go through 6 projects. You should be able to build this on your own type. It's also inside the real course, not the real course, but the in-person course. This is also a quiz. So it's a Friday afternoon. They get in on a Friday afternoon around 2 p.m. and they have till Monday to do it. And we do it the same way we do in the self-paced course. Even though no one says, "Hey, publish a solution," and we're like, "Yeah, we can," but like we want to see if you can do it.
Yeah, you've learned all these techniques already in the 5 other apps you've built. There's no point in us just giving you the answer. We want you to build it, and Casey built it. The other thing I would say about this is when you first come to this, just have some defaults.
The defaults.
Just about that, but just defaults, so I can just hit calculate, and it just gives me whatever the defaults are. Because some people, don't forget, when you're sending this to a hiring manager, they may not just want to fill these things in, but they may just want to check that it works. So filling in some defaults.
See, so we got an NAN out there too. So you need to also do a little validation on the form to make sure they actually fill something out.
Yeah, because I hit calculate, and it
shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't do that. Yeah, fix that one.
So you can just check to see if there's a value in there in each of the fields before you.
But again, that would be solved if you had default values in here anyway, right? Because although somebody could delete them, it's still a thing worth trying to figure out, isn't it?
Yeah. So how much is that Volkswagen, Kevin?
I can't put those numbers in. No.
it'll blow up his loan calc. Loan shark will die.
It'll just make me cry. Yeah. No, I didn't get I didn't borrow all of the money for it, so I paid it back. Because interest rates these days are terrible. So like it
has changed in the last 60 days.
It has, so I just paid for a chunk of it. They want to charge you like interest rates now. The Fed rate went up to like this 7, like right.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy. Like mortgage rates are up in the 7s. Kind of crazy. Yeah. If you've got a $400,000 house, is that right? 400,000. But if you're over, what's a mortgage over month wise? I don't know
so it's going to be
what's 15? What are we
15 times 12.
It's not that much, is it? But anyway, let me go back real quick. There's something I wanted to show on this page. So, he's got a code page too, by the way. Nice. About having this too.
Okay, you got that working.
We got that working. Okay. There's a Git repo link and then a link back to his portfolio, which obviously we suggest as well. I'd suggest fixing this just a little bit.
There's too much information on here. He's got 2 tried out buttons.
I would consider
just have one section.
Yeah, I would consider taking the description part, right? Because you have it in 2 places too. If I come back here, I'm assuming this is the same information that's here too, right? So you have it in 2 places. So I would consider firstly maybe dropping it from here. But if you do have it here, put it behind a more info button somewhere. Like stick it up here in the top right hand corner moment that just says more info or something along those lines that kind of like for somebody who wants to find out a little bit more about it, Like they can, but for somebody who's just
And you can
okay with
move
just going
some of
here,
this to the app too. You could put some app here, like underneath the calculate. You could
yeah,
definitely
could
put
be
that right there
exactly
underneath the
could be down
calculate
right
button
here
there.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Maybe
for
next
sure.
to calculate there's like a settings button or something, and this description here goes in settings, even though there's no real settings.
Yeah,
Something along
yeah,
those lines that keeps it off this front page. I would keep this front page a little bit cleaner. Just have this section, the
yep.
logo.
You just need one button.
Yeah, and just have one button. Yeah, the fact that you have to have two, obviously, is because you're trying to have it so that there's one above the fold and then there's one kind of like in context,
Yep.
right? So I get why you have to, but yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Let's look
Do
at that.
that.
Oh, let's get some votes out here. Let's go vote up. So
Yeah.
tell me what does
Vote it up.
Casey get, people? I know he's in chat, so but it's okay.
I think Casey's the kind of person that will not be easily offended. So I think
he's
Casey's the
gonna
person
do
that wants to
well.
learn a bunch and has learned a ton doing this stuff.
Yeah. U.S. Navy chief.
I think Casey's here for the feedback.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I like it.
Nice contact form down here at the bottom too. Love the color scheme on this thing too. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Portfolio itself is really good.
He's a Bachelor of Science too in software development as well. Teacher and Navy vet. So
let's see. We got some votes coming in. Let's vote on Casey's here. Got some votes coming in. Someone put a 7.
we're at a 5. Sorry, maybe that was a 7 out of 10. I don't know. You might have been late, but it's like, okay, man. Casey's hard on himself, man. You see this? Casey's hard on himself.
2.5 on Casey.
Are you saying a 2 out of 5? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
You think this is only a 2?
Yeah. All right.
I think you're underrating yourself there, Casey. I'm telling you, this is not a 2. I've seen a 2.
No,
I've seen a 2. This is
bad.
not a 2. Yeah, definitely not. Why you still have work to go too? Don't forget. This is like
we've still got stuff to do.
You're still working on this.
You got a 9 in there, Casey. You're paying the judges off, Casey. That's what you're doing.
I don't think I'm seeing all these comments. Oh, there we go. So 9, yeah. Which in 9, I'm guessing you're saying that's like a 4.5, right?
4.5. Yeah.
But yeah, this is pretty much, Casey. This you're exactly right with this. With your comment here, need projects. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I think if you add those projects on there, but I know where you are in the course too. So you haven't got. It's not like you've not put them on there. You just haven't built them yet.
So here's my review. Here's my review, Kevin. I think the portfolio site itself is really good. That by itself is a 4, but because of the projects, and I think that some of the other layouts on the projects could be improved. I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay. I agree. I think it's a 3 and it's almost a 4. I would say it's really close to a 4.
The portfolio site's really good, but then the projects you can, if you can bring that same kind of design feel to all the other projects and finish them up, you're going to be in a solid portfolio getting job.
Yep. You're going to be in a 4 point something, I think, when you have those projects on there. You just, I totally agree. Yep. I think that's the thing. You just got to have, because we have to assess it from like, if you put it out right now to a hiring manager, would they hire you? And because you don't have the projects on there yet, it's going to be a no, right? With the exception of if you can trade on those other projects that you do have, right? Yeah. You might be able to get a front end job somewhere if you tidied up what you do have.
Yep. All right, cool.
Sure.
So what time is it? Oh, it's 1:15. All right, nice.
Yeah. We are. We went long, but that's okay because this is fun.
Ridge wanted tacos for his vote.
Okay, we thought about having tacos be the thing, but like,
are we 5 taco portfolio?
We're like, are we taco heavy? Like, I don't know. Are we too invested in the
soft
tacos? Yeah, exactly. What do we do? Are they hard tacos, soft tacos? Like, I don't know. What do we do here? We could get, it could just get out of hand.
Definitely, our motif is hard tacos. So Mr. Taco was, Mr.
we have definitely considered that. So maybe we'll go to that. We're not totally set on this thing. As far as the branding goes, this is a work in progress, right? This is the first time we've done the
green screen.
The green screen with the live show this way, so we're totally up to suggestions. If you hated it, let us know.
All right.
If you love it, also let us know. You can follow us on Twitter. You can at Coder Foundry too on Twitter. We'd appreciate that. Anybody that did get a review, you want to use the badge, it's in the description below. Please feel free to use it. There's 4 versions of the badge there. There's 2 orange ones and 2 blue ones you can use. A bigger one and a smaller one. You know, figure out your sizes yourself. There's one already sized to kind of a small size and one of the kind of a medium size. What else was I going to say? Bootcamp is for January too. Our next bootcamp, our next in-person bootcamp's in January. So I want to talk about that a little bit too. That's coming up.
So here's the thing. Yes, applications are going now. We're doing interviews now for the bootcamp. If you're thinking about coming in to our in-person bootcamp starting in January, just remember that December is the Christmas month. We're typically closed the last 2 weeks of December. So we're going to do all interviews before then. And we're at first week of November now. So you need to apply. There's several steps to get in. So just make sure that you're doing that this month so that we have time to interview you. And then it starts the first week of January, right after New Year's. I think it'll be a good time to look for a job in January. Hopefully we're not in the ditch in the economy, but even if we are, Kevin, you got to work on something. Writing software is pretty. It's one of the more recession proof jobs out there.
I saw this one
medical. Yeah, go ahead.
I saw this one tweet yesterday about because it was it was Apple, right? Apple put a hiring freeze on, right, through 2023 or something is what they said. And the tweet was basically on the lines of, so that means now all fan companies have either laid off or put a hiring freeze on. And one of the responses was amazing. It was like, yeah, but every other small company is still hiring developers like crazy. And I'm like, yes, they are. We still see that. Right. That's still true.
So the fan companies they have a different calculus. Apple has record earnings, number one. So if you want to look at it, they're killing it. All right. Yeah. So number 2, Microsoft has lots of record earnings, but they have a hiring freeze. So when you're a publicly traded company, they've got to manage the stock price, and that doesn't always line up with everything they're trying to do. So if you have a drop in something else, the best thing you can do is do a hiring freeze and spend a little bit less. And then your next quarter looks a lot better. So that's kind of what they're doing. They're managing the stock price. Amazon's going nowhere. Microsoft's going nowhere. Apple's going nowhere. I would say, I've always said this, Facebook, of the ones, they're the ones that could, but you know what?
Now Meta is trying to pivot.
You never know. I mean, you never know. I don't think they have enough cash to last for 20 years anyway. So they're going to be fine in the foreseeable future. What they do isn't a reflective on software development jobs as a whole. Yes, they drive the news. Yes, they're in Twitter. Yes, they hire lots of people, but our society is so integrated and so many things that need to be written haven't been written yet. And there's just lots of opportunities out there for people who can code. So I think learning how to code now is still going to be hot. Even in the midst of a recession, it's going to be hot. It's definitely going to be hotter than other jobs which aren't so recession proof. You can go hospitality, entertainment, those kind of things always go down during the pandemic. And what's the number one thing you can do in a recession? Skill up. Yep. Learn a new skill, apply it to the marketplace so that when hiring does come back, and we live in the US and it always comes back. We always have these downturns and we always come back. You got to look at, in 2008, and banks were closing all over the place.
Yeah, where do you want to be after this? You can position.
We survived that too. We survived the tech bubble in 2002. So these are just cyclical things that happen, and then you can skill up, get better skilled, go to the marketplace starting in January for a brand new year. It's always going to be a positive outlook right now for software development, even in next year. I think so. So if you don't learn to code with us, go learn somewhere. I think it's good.
Yep. If you are interested in the bootcamp, by the way, look, I can put that behind us now. Look, you can go to
look at that.
You can go to coderfoundry.com/apply. You just go to coderfoundry.com, click the apply button up here, and you can fill out the application.
Yeah, not everyone gets in, just to let you know, and so you can just invest in, just keep doing it.
Yep.
Keep trying, and we'll keep doing it. Take the dev quiz is the other thing that you can do right away. It's the first step. Take the dev quiz.
Yeah. Again, go to coderfoundry.com either /quiz or just go to coderfoundry.com or tap the quiz button in the menu bar. You can go take the quiz. We would love to see you do
All
that.
right.
Tomorrow too, another new video coming out tomorrow.
A new video.
A little bit different
for us. A little different for us. So
yeah. So
tell us what you think if you like it.
or if you hate it. I'm okay if you hate it.
Leave a comment.
Just let us know.
Just upvote it and subscribe anyway. But we're just trying a new format. So.
Yes, it would be good if that could be the case. We would appreciate your feedback, good or bad, and be honest.
Yeah.
Don't just say you hate it to be a troll, or don't say you like it to make us feel better.
Hopefully you like it. We think it's cool.
We like it, but that doesn't matter, because if you guys don't like it, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
We just want everyone's honest feedback, so that would be
all right.
easy.
All right. Well, let's everyone go eat a taco for us, and we will see you next Thursday. But keep coding. See you later.
We'll catch you guys later.